Morning, Zishan. Yeah, need some music to wake up this morning. Morning, Zishan. Ah! F4, what's going on? Good morning. How are you? Ooh, Rongo up early this morning. Kind of interesting. They're not all coming in at once today. Are you real, people? Hit the like button. Let me know you're here. Let me know what you're doing for New Year's. Got about 3 minutes, well, 2 minutes now till the bell. Not expecting much today, but you never know. See what happens. Oh, man. There's the bell. Let's get it. Good luck, everybody. It's such an obvious break level. Figured if we got it, we would get a decent little shove just like that. Not gonna lie, when it almost filled us and then came back down, I thought we were done. That was a far stop. I guess it wasn't too far when you look at the range, though. Do you imagine we just go sideways from here? Longbow going all out. What the fuck? I do have to cut it short today. We have something to do at 11, so I'll actually probably cut it off even earlier, by like 10:45 or so. Just to let you guys know ahead of time. Trying to make a move down here. This is that line off the hourly. It's pretty strong. All the way back to like the 19th or 20th. Should have put it there. Yeah, we would have got filled. Yeah. I looked left and I saw all this support. Just thinking it might be trying to use as resistance, but nope. Came down and tested that line almost perfectly. Nice bounce. Probably should have been in that. Damn, what a turnaround there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I mean, I know I wasn't expecting much of the fact that we got a trade off the open. It would have been actually really nice had we got this trade here. Kind of wussed out on it, to be honest. Just didn't like looking left. I saw the support area. Didn't want it to pop up, use it as resistance, and then shoot down because my order would have been like right at it. Had it not worked, I would have been like, that should not have been an entry. So I don't really hate myself for not taking it. I'm just, in hindsight, since it would have worked, kind of sucks. Is he Sean? I don't think you ever told me yesterday what subreddit you said you found me on. And I'm also curious, like, who posted about me and about what? I don't think I've ever posted anything on Reddit about the channel. That's why I was curious. I wouldn't want anyone to know who I am on Reddit. It's like the only anonymous thing I have in my life anymore. But yeah, I do need to keep an eye on JD today. Just needs to stay under 29.50. Love to see it finish somewhere around 29. Long time ago when I had like 3K subs. Gotcha, gotcha. Do you remember what it was for? Probably not, but shot in the dark. Need to follow learn stocks or something. Oh. Sorry I didn't help you out on that front. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you being here. I'd love to see us move higher and then extend and give us a chance to get in here. They're really fighting to stay over that yellow, or that yellow, this yellow line right here at 75. We scroll out to the 1 hour. Show you real quick. Going based off of here. All these times it was used. As you can see, it just got used this morning too, so clearly a line to keep an eye on. Rago was probably lost porn on your Tesla chain. God damn it. Probably true. Good old Reddit. Reddit is like a worse version of YouTube comment section. Because it's even more like anonymous feeling. I mean, you can be pretty anonymous in the YouTube comment section, but it's pretty crazy how bad it is on Reddit. Keyboard warriors. Check my calendar for this weekend. Do need to start figuring out what's going on. 4chan? Oh, geez. 2 Chains? What was 2 Chains? Wasn't that like a rapper? I don't remember I remember 4chan. I don't remember a 2 Chains. So it was a rapper? Oh, you're gonna make me look. 2 Chains. Yeah, American rapper. What songs did he sing that were popular? I remember he had a couple. I'd have to go I can't play them on here. I don't want to get copyrighted, but Two Chains? Yeah, I remember he used to do that in this song. Or at least one of them. 2 Chains? Yeah, that's some old rap. I was never a big fan of like great rap. Like even like people that listen to Eminem, like I don't really consider Eminem like full on rap. It's more of like a pop rap if there was such a thing. This sounds like Green Day. Doesn't this sound like Green Day or like Blink 182? Actually, yeah, it sounds more like Blink 182. Yeah, country, I've never been a big fan of country either, but I went through a little stage where I liked it. And I'm not going to lie, we went to see Nickelback not that long ago, and I always forget this guy's name. Who opened for Nickelback 2023? Brantley Gilbert. He put on a crazy good show. I actually liked watching him. Like the Nickelback songs I liked better, obviously, but like the show and like the type of music that Brantley Gilbert played was really good. Did you decide to continue this current account and not YOLO it? I did, yeah. Honestly, the reason was because there was really no way to YOLO it. Unless I wanted to literally just pick a direction and hope I was right. Like there was no edge presenting itself to even try to YOLO it, like with the odds in my favor. It was basically like blackjack. The problem with playing blackjack with these accounts too is that trailing drawdown. So it's not even really a 50-50. It's actually I wonder what you could consider the odds, because if you think about it, like if I were to be like, all right, I'm gonna take this long breakout as a YOLO and either it works or it doesn't. Well, how far up does it have to go before it would come back down and hit your trailing drawdown before it fills you, right? Because you need to make 3,000 before you lose 2,500. So technically, if you get within that like $500 window of trying to get to 3,000, you could still lose the account. Who needs odds for a YOLO? Every bar I go to, they always play country. I don't know. There's like I bet you if you go to like the major cities like Dallas and Houston and stuff like that, they're gonna have a ton of bars and stuff that are not just country. There's gonna be a lot of like mainstream type stuff going on in the popular areas. Yeah, but like downtown Houston, like where any of the good stuff happens. Overview on the map, Houston, Texas. I'm just curious, like what Houston looks like. Houston actually doesn't look as big as I thought. Houston, Texas, skyline. Wow. Houston, like the city of Houston is actually not that big. Had you told me this is what Houston looked like, I would have not have guessed. I would have thought it was much bigger. By the way, cool little trick that I came up with to gauge a major city's size. Just search the skyline pictures. I'm genuinely surprised. To be honest, I thought Texas would have been a lot bigger. You can always judge like how big a city is by how many big buildings they have. Jeez. Looking at New York is just stupid. Can you imagine the type of building permits that were probably not followed to build New York? It's absolutely insane. It's so funny because like there's so many big buildings in New York that a lot of like the big buildings that you look at in Texas are probably, they look small in the New York photo. Well, Baltimore's skyline isn't huge either. It's pretty big though. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at was Baltimore. Baltimore's skyline isn't very good. A lot of their stuff is like inner city. I mean, it could be that way for Houston. That's why I try to find like the overview looks, like a drone type shot, like from high up, or like a helicopter shot. Fort Worth actually looks almost just as big as Houston. I was checking. What's really wish this would break out and give us an opportunity. Go on Google Map? What do you mean? Oh, you're saying like look at the overall on Google Maps? Hopefully they have a 90% off sale to start the new year. That would be fun. The drone view? Oh, yeah. It's harder to see the satellite view because you can't see the height of the buildings, etc. Yeah, if they end up with a 90%, I'm gonna probably grab a couple as well. I'll probably grab 2 to be honest, at least to start. Well, Street View is you're too close. That's what I was saying. You look for the skyline pictures, and those end up being pretty good. Dun, 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 dun. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube shorts for smash burgers lately. I'm pretty good at making smash burgers. It's been making me want a smash burger. Taylor Swift angry at Travis Kelce's NFL game. Think we make it back to all-time highs today? I guess they have until, what, 5 o'clock, right? Look at all them likes today. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no, the views are pretty crappy today. Which is why I'm like, That's why I haven't been actively trying to engage. I don't know where all the likes came from, but hopefully he paid for like the 3-hour, 5-hour service today. Since I'm only going to be here for an hour. Yeah, the views are actually really bad today. Usually, I mean, it's on par for what it usually is. That one day, though, it was weird. There was a lot more for some reason. I have no idea why. I mean, we did have some new people come in and talk and stuff like that, but nothing crazy. You go red here. Probably hover around this line all day, to be honest. I'd like to see it come down and retest this line. If it made a sharp move down here, this could definitely be a for science trade with a stop down here. You in here, Alpine, today? He hasn't said anything on Discord this morning. And it says this thing is mobile. I don't even know if he's trading today. See how David's doing. David had a really good day yesterday. He's got one decent trade so far today. Yeah, I kind of figured we would try to, the last trading day of the year, they've been obviously trying to make this thing be up at all-time highs. They want to be able to say that the market closed 2023 at all-time highs, because you know that's going to be part of the campaign. JD kind of hanging around that 29. Alibaba loses to JD.com an antitrust case. Didn't really seem to matter too much. It sounds like it could have been big news. Wonder if that's what caused the gap up yesterday. I feel like the president can pay the big Wall Street player and move the market in the way they want. For science trade? Nice. Where at? Up here? Sometimes I don't think you know what my for science trade is exactly. I feel like sometimes you're saying a for science trade. I'm like, wait a minute, where? Uh-oh. Rago, he's back. Oh, look at all of them. They're all here. Let's go. Welcome back. I wish I remembered what his name was. I don't remember what his name was. I just remember he finally gave in. He was just like, whatever. The dip below, right here. Okay. So yeah, so that's the right idea. Are you putting your order out before the dip, or are you putting your order, or are you like marketing in as it reclaims? That's actually not a horrible idea. Like think about it like this, like to maybe just thinking out loud here, obviously not financial advice, etc. But if you were to look for science trade, right? AK, you're looking for it to try to break out and it doesn't. What if you sat, like, you say you're looking for the bounce off of this level and maybe it goes through. As it goes through, you put the order in to buy the stop limit order. So it's going through. So the only way you get filled is if it comes back up through after it's already through. Does that make sense? So that way, if it decides to just continue to drop and, you know, free fall, you don't have to worry about it because you waited to put your order in. Because if you put your order in expecting it to bounce, then you could get caught. Getting a little active in there. They're making their apex push into the New Year's. Another one. They're in full force. I'll put the thing on. I don't want Froggo to develop a callus on his clicking finger. I'm so excited for the Ravens game. It's the first game this year. Well, I wasn't like super nervous about the 49ers game. Like I wanted to win the 49ers game just because, like, for the overall morale of the team. But I knew that this week against the Dolphins was the big game. So I'm a little nervous. Think about it. If we lose this game, in theory, if we lose to the Steelers as well next week, the Cleveland Browns could win the division. Insane to think of. Hopefully we just win tonight and then next week is literally pointless. But if the NFL wants entertainment, they're gonna not allow that to happen. Because think about it, from an entertainment perspective, you don't want the Ravens-Steelers game to mean nothing, right? Going into the last week of the season, that would be the worst case. Keep in mind, this is, I always preface these conversations with if the NFL was scripted, right? If you're writing a script for the NFL, you don't want useless games at the end of the season, right? Because you're not going to get the viewership, you're not going to get the people that last minute, plane tickets and buying tickets to go to the game. You're not going to get any of that. But on the other hand, you have Miami, who, if they win, they essentially control their destiny for the 1 seed now after the year that they've had. So they would have to beat Buffalo, which Buffalo, depending on what they do this week, would have to win their game. So imagine the implications behind that game next week, Buffalo and Miami, if Miami beats the Ravens this week. And on top of that, the Ravens would have to beat the Steelers. So that way, if Miami loses to the Bills, which it would probably be for the Bills to get into the playoffs, that they would then relinquish the 1 seed back to the Ravens. Miami would. The Bills would be in the playoffs. The Ravens would get the 1 seed. Miami would still be in the playoffs. It would make so much more sense as a scriptwriter for entertainment purposes for Miami to win this game. It's just going to suck. It's going to suck if that's the case. A 100%. Be like, where do I sign? Being able to be in the locker room and just like talk shit with those guys wouldn't even be a question. I'd be like squirting that water bottle right in their mouth every day. How much you want? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'd be the best water boy they ever had. I'd do that in a heartbeat. I installed Escape from Tarkov last night while I was sitting here watching YouTube because I couldn't fall asleep. And but then I never played. I was like, I don't want to. I was like, once I start playing, I'm not gonna stop. They just had the wipe, and I saw they had like a free Christmas gift, so I installed it just to get that, just to see what it was. But then I was like, I really don't want to do it. But to be completely honest, if I did play it now, it would be completely for fun, not to like get back into the game. How much they get paid? I don't know. Let's just Google it. Usually you can find that stuff now. NFL water boy salary. 53,000. Former NFL player Jake Deanman claimed in a TikTok clip that an average NFL water boy makes around 53K. I guess that's on average, so it's probably somebody that's been there for a long time. And it says the typical salary for an NFL water boy is between 50 and 60K per year. Oh, but it says some water boys do not get paid but receive internships. Yeah, even here, NBC is typical starting salary is 53K. Oh, that's not bad at all. It's pretty crazy, actually. Plus a free game, I would take it. Probably stealing stuff out of the locker room too. Like, yo, Tim, where'd you get that hat from? Isn't that a players only hat? Don't worry about it. Fraud. He subbed. Waited 5 minutes just to say fraud. Hey, you gotta admire the dedication. I was really hoping to get a couple trades in today, but I should have known better. Be back in a few minutes. Need to take doggers out. All right, man. I'll take over for a little bit. Honest, yes, very boring, man. How are you? Besides bored. Carnival, March 24th. Alright. Those white screens, man. Oh, we got another one. Sahil. Maybe not. It doesn't seem Russian. How you doing? Sorry you have to wait 5 minutes if you'd like to say something, but we've been having a bot issue lately, so. Last trading day of the year, are you expecting major moves or close to the second half? I think that it's probably going to be the second half when they start messing around with the interest rates, if I had to guess. He's going to say scam. I got my finger ready. If he does, I'm just going to laugh. Saw you in Apex voice chat. CL is moving really good. Is it? I was in Apex voice chat, but nobody ever comes and joins me, so I don't end up. I'm always in there by myself. Actually, it's funny because I literally just left there. I just went back in. You did twice? What do you mean? Just out of curiosity, what does 15 ticks look like on here? That's not too bad. Okay. It's not great, but I didn't even think to look around. This is crude oil, right, CL? Does that mean my oxy position's doing pretty good today? Nope. Oxy's been kind of going straight down as of late. I thought we were going to get a nice push up into like the 64s. We hit 62 and we just been down since. It's sad. What are you up to, Sahil? Anything good? Besides, do you usually trade CL, or do you just kind of trade whatever's moving? CL this month. Got my PA back to break even after payout, mastery, and pass my account. Nice. So what'd you get to pay out and then kind of blew it? Not blew the account, but ended up dropping back down. I've blown too many accounts. Way too many. I did go on a little bit of a blackjack spree for a bit, but I finally found my way. I've only been trading futures for about 3 months. Came from stocks. I tried to implement my stock strategy on futures, did not go well. And kind of sort of doing the same thing, but with a much more risk-adverse approach. So can't complain. I think we're onto something here. We'll have to see if we can keep it going. All I know is that this market's been kind of crap these last couple weeks, and we've still been making money, so can't complain. 1250 in November, had 1600, so it was up. Nothing wrong with that. I actually, so if I can, it's so annoying. I had my very first account to pay out, and then I blew it, and haven't been able to get back there since. But then I started trying to rush things, which is why. Oh, and then you blew it. That's how. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's frustrating. Yeah, I ended up getting my 50K account up to payout with a little bit of a cushion, and I blew it before I got to the payout. But I was trying to build a cushion because I thought it'd be easy, and then I blew the account like an idiot. And then I started trying to get back to that point quickly, and it just never. I just kept trying to go too fast, so I decided to slow it down, and now I think we're on the right track. Yeah, that was hard, because now I feel like I can't really start pressing again, like with multiple accounts, etc., until I can get at least one to pay out. Right? What's the point of trying to go multiple accounts if you can't even get one to pay out? So that's kind of what I'm focused on right now, is like taking my time, making sure I take quality trades, get the payout, and then after that, I feel like we can start to press a little bit more. Yeah, how many contracts were you trading? Were you trading the NQ when you were trading too aggressive? Because that's one of the other things, is a lot of people don't understand. You can go to the MNQ, which I'm sure you do. You sound like you know what you're talking about. But My big thing is I tried going to the MNQ and I don't know, I just didn't like it. The NQ seemed a little bit more volatile for what I was trying to do. The MNQ, I feel like I wasn't getting that range that I was looking for. Well, the first science trades are fine. Like right now, well, this isn't really one because it didn't move fast to it, but we're at this key level here. But this action is just so slow. Yep. Yeah, man, that's nice. It's funny because I was up like 3 grand on that 50K account, and I was like, you know what? I'll just take 500 out instead of 2,000, because then it would have paid for the account, could have paid for more accounts, etc. And then literally that next day, I had the dumbest mistake ever, and it ended up costing me the whole account. It's such a bad thing to look back on. So annoying. I just noticed that we got a pretty... Gotta redraw this, but... Pretty obvious trend line here. And if you really want to get spiffy, pretty much came right to the end of it already. Never touched an Q unless I want on tilt. Okay, yeah. I feel you there. Nice, nice. Yeah, so it sounds like you already went through what I went through towards the beginning of my futures career. And it sounds like you're already to where I am now with trading a lot more risk adverse. Exactly. The 90% sale is such a catch-22 because you really are like, well, it's only 17 bucks. Oh, it's only 17 bucks, right? But it adds up. It really does. Yeah, I did too. Like you can see, this is my 30th account. If you look at the thing here, I think I want to say probably like 18, like 17, 18 of them were just straight YOLOs, like just 10 contracts, NQ, pick a direction, pass, you pass. It was pretty bad. You pass the one. So that's funny because this one I reset. I didn't pay the 71%, which is essentially the same price. It's like $8 less. But I reset one of the blown evals. And that's what this one is. So I ended up paying the most for this one, which I guess maybe it does make you trade a little bit more cautious as well. Zishan's just always looking for stuff to do. Don't mind him. I'm trying to break out of here. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen anytime soon. It's not gonna be fast. But I do have to get out of here, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut it down now because I might actually grab a snack before our little meeting thing I gotta do at 11. I hope you all have a good New Year. Seriously, it's been an up and down year, but we ended up where we are, and hopefully this is the right path for 2024. Pretty excited for 2024 moving forward. Really gonna push, well, not push, but really gonna focus on just improving every single day. I know that that's what we try to do anyways, but really want to focus on that. I'm actually probably going to put a video out on YouTube to look out for that as far as like a 2023 recap kind of thing. And my looking forward to next year, I'm going to have a list of bullet points and kind of go over it. So the market is not open on Monday. Well, it will be. The futures will be open on Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern at night. So PM, 6 p.m. Eastern. It'll open back up for Tuesday, technically. And I will see. If you guys want to talk at all, feel free to reach out on Discord or over on Twitter. Always available there. And I will see you all next year. That joke never gets old. I used it a bunch last night at bowling. I was like, I knew I was going to see him next week, but see you next year. So until then, peace.